Well, Father Thomas said this afternoon that humor is an indispensable part of sanctity. You remember? He said that.
Yes.
Humor is an indispensable part of holiness or sanctity or freedom or liberation or liberation into the love and life of God. So I'm thinking that if I do write another book, it should be a book on contemplative humor, centering prayer humor. So let me, with your permission, try a few lines out on you. I'm, Father Carl Arico is the contemplative comedian of in our midst, but I'm trying to learn myself, So what does a centering prayer policeman, what is the centering prayer policeman's favorite saying? You have the right to remain silent. Okay, imagine, a centering prayer circle, and the bell rings, and you take that precious 2 or 3 minutes at the end to just quietly rest your mind and pray in another form. And the person turns to their right and says to the person next to them, "Were you thinking what I'm not thinking?" No, I said, "Are you not thinking what I'm not thinking?" You got to get it right. I have to get the jokes right. Okay, they do another 20 minutes, right? The bell rings, 2 or 3 minutes of adjustment, transition time, and turns to the person on their left and says, "A penny for your lack of thoughts." Let's see, I had a couple more here. Oh, I'm sorry. Donna, do you have my notes? Oh, okay. Thank you. Please, this is Donna. This is my wife, Donna. I'd just like to introduce Donna to you because she's a great teacher for me now about this third insight, about finding God in life, in joy, and in humor, and love, and everything. Donna's from the Jewish tradition, so actually this is the first time she's been with me to a conference for centering prayer, for Contemplative Outreach. What do you think?
Well,
tell me, what do you think?
yes, this is very unusual for me because I'm used to hanging around groups of Jews, and everyone here is so polite.
Yeah, we are Christians.
Actually, it's interesting. When I first met David, we had to coach him how to have a conversation with other Jews because, he couldn't get a word in, and we had to teach him that if you want to be heard, you have to learn how to interrupt. So,
Well, I think I've been doing pretty good. I mean, even with the Christians, I do this now.
He's gotten a little too good at it. No, but actually, David is the most calm and peaceful person I have ever met. And he's got that contemplative glow. All my friends and family are just in total awe of how peaceful he is all the time. And everyone wants to know, is this a centering prayer thing, or is this just a Christian thing?
No, it's a lay monk thing. A lay monk thing. Yeah.
Well, as your wife, I just want to say that I'm very glad that you are not as monkish now as I heard you were when you were.
Me too.
That's like, some of you may have heard that old joke about the freaking out when he discovers the original text explaining the monastic rule. Like David he's the type who always read the word celibate, and I always read it as celebrate.
It's true, you do bring a lot of life into my l'chaim, it's just like joy, and I'm so happy with you.
I'm happy too, and I'm very happy that you didn't meet that other Californian. But actually, we are so happy together, but I think one of the big secrets to our happy marriage is that we give each other a lot of space. We have separate rooms in our house, we have separate bathrooms, and so now that we know, it seems to be proven because of this recent evidence that we know that Jesus was married, right? So that, to me, explains the real meaning behind his talking about the prayer in secret when he said, go to your inner room and close the door. He was just trying to get some space away from his talkative Jewish wife. And then, you guys built the whole organization.
I tried to explain to Donna centering prayer once, but I don't think it's really your thing.
Well, okay, so you said that you focus on a sacred word, right? And you told me that your sacred word was Jesus. But I'm confused because then I'm trying to picture Jesus doing centering prayer and practicing and returning ever so gently to his sacred word. So he's just going, me.
Read the book. I forgot my lines. Oh, actually, Donna's a professional editor and a writer, and she actually helped me a lot with the book. Yeah.
I did, and it's awesome. The book is awesome, and David is a very humble person, as any of you knows that. And he's the least enthusiastic book promoter I have ever met in 27 years of book publishing experience. Although you did pretty well tonight, actually. So, but I just want to encourage everyone here, if you haven't already, to buy a copy of the book because it's great. And if they run out at the bookstore, you can buy more through Contemplative Outreach. And buy lots of copies for everyone you know, and it makes a great gift for Christmas or Hanukkah.
Well, thanks so much for the plug, sweetheart. And that's good. We got to close tonight.